keep that energy going. We are so excited for this parade today. As we're getting started, we want to acknowledge that the city of Portsmouth is on the homelands of the Abenaki people, who have ongoing cultural and spiritual connections in this area. According to tribal oral tradition, Abenaki people have lived in the place now called New Hampshire for more than 12,000 years since before tribal memory. The Abenaki are part of a larger group of indigenous people who call themselves Wabanaki, or people of the dawn, and form one of the many communities connected by a common language family. We are committed to acknowledging and honoring the human history tied to this land as we kick off the Portsmouth 400 Grand Parade. Let's hear it, Portsmouth! And the Portsmouth Police Motorcycle Duo lets us know that the parade is very close. Give it up for them, come on, the Portsmouth Police Motorcycle Duo. Let's hear it.
Excuse me. I'm gonna sneak behind you. I'm gonna anyway.
Everybody put your hands together for the Portsmouth Police Motorcycle Duo. And they are followed by the Portsmouth Police Honor Guard. The Portsmouth Police Honor Guard will lead off the parade with the American State and Unit flags. Formed in 1999, the Honor Guard acts as a ceremonial unit representing the city of Portsmouth at memorial services, funerals, and other special events across New England. Portsmouth Honor Guard wears badges with the number 21 in honor of Portsmouth Police Lieutenant Steve Demo, who lost his courageous battle with cancer. Honor, integrity, and loyalty are the hallmark of this unit, and they take great pride in representing Portsmouth. Put your hands together for the Portsmouth Police Honor Guard. And parade people, it is time! We are here to be part of the city's extravagant 400th anniversary parade orchestrated by Portsmouth 400. We're here celebrating Portsmouth's quadricentennial, and the Grand Parade is one of the signature events. Give it up for the crew that put all this together. Joining us now is Mayor Declan McEachern, the Portsmouth City Council, along with representatives from the state delegation, and City Manager Karen Conard. They will join me here at the parade platform and help us cheer on the rest of the parade. I know they would like to say thank you to everyone for coming out and helping Portsmouth celebrate. And then we have the Living Mayor's Float. There are currently 9 mayors elected in Portsmouth who are still alive today. 6 of them are riding on the float. Timothy J. Connors, Peter G. Weeks, Robert Lister, Jack Playlock, Rick Speckstead, Declan McEachern, present-day mayor, and lastly Thomas G. Farini, who is marching with the PHS alumni band in the parade. And if Portsmouth had royalty, Ruth Griffin would be one of our queens. Entering the square now is a friend to all, Ruth Griffin. Ms. Griffin entered politics in 1970 and spent the next 5 decades in public service to the people of Portsmouth, the legislature, and the executive council. You all also have driven over the Ruth Lewin Griffin Bridge on the Spalding Turnpike when crossing Great Bay, and most recently, Portsmouth's first workforce housing complex is named Ruth Lewin Griffin Place. Please join us in welcoming Ruth. And let's wave to the Portsmouth Recreation Band, driven by Director Todd Henley. The Recreation Department is proud to offer a variety of programs and facilities for all ages. And don't forget the Pierce Island Outdoor Pool opens June 26th. Driving through the square is the Patriot Guard Riders, a nonprofit volunteer organization who provides motorcycle escorts for veterans and first responders. With chapters in 50 states, they welcome anyone to join, motorcycle or not. comes our first marching band of the day with nearly 100 members. Spalding High School Marching Band entertains audiences around the country. They've just returned from Orlando, Florida, where they marched down Main Street, USA, at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Spalding High School has a long tradition of ushering in Portsmouth parades with their high-quality band performances. Please welcome the Portsmouth Garden Club, clad in their crepe paper flower decorations. Each year, the club awards grants for horticulture, conservation, and beautification, while also working tirelessly to keep the flowers blooming at the historic Warner House, Portsmouth Library, Senior Activity Center, and many public spaces throughout the Seacoast. And let's give a big round of applause for the reason we're all here is Portsmouth 400 says there's just too much awesome to be had in Portsmouth for any one organization to handle. But PNH 400 is sure going to try. Today, the Portsmouth 400 group is celebrating History in Bloom, an ode to the preservation of Portsmouth's natural and architectural beauty, 1623 to 2023 and beyond. The float shows the passage of time with historic buildings and plants that symbolize our city and state. Thank you to all the volunteers who have donated their time to create this magnificent float with a nod to our past, present, and future. The 400th are the officers and crew from His Majesty's ship Scott, the British Navy's deep ocean survey vessel. HMS Scott is alongside Portsmouth to celebrate the close working relationship between our navies and to resupply before continuing on her survey mission. Named after the polar explorer Captain Robert Falcon Scott, the ship measures the depth of the water to create nautical charts that improve navigation, safety for coalition ships and submarines. In the last year alone, they have surveyed over 450,000 square miles of the North Atlantic, an area larger than Texas, California, and New Hampshire combined. We're also honored to welcome Dr. Peter Abbott, OBE, British Consul General to New England, his children, and the Deputy Consul Tom Nichols, who are walking with the HMS Scott crew. Be careful, y'all. We got some DeLoreans right near a clock tower. You never know what can happen. That was a Back to the Future joke. Bringing a piece of history into the square is the Piscataqua Rangers Junior Fife and Drum Corps, a local nonprofit that promotes the education and preservation of music and traditions. They encourage the development of youth fifers and drummers and make fife and drum relevant to youth of the 21st century. Continuing on our march through history, we have Strawberry Bank Museum, which lives in the heart of downtown Portsmouth. A 10-acre museum interpreting over 300 years from indigenous history to present day. Visit their heirloom gardens, traditional crafts, costumed role players, and historical houses to learn more about the authentic waterfront neighborhood of Portsmouth's famous Puddle Dock. Neighbors of Strawberry Bank are Gundalow Company with their office located on Marcy Street and their Gundalow ship docked at Prescott Park. Today they are pulling an 18-foot Piscataqua wherry rowboat, which is used by the kids in their River Rat summer camp. Wherries like this were used to ferry shipyard workers across the strong Piscataqua current. Many more traditional boats and activities can be found today until 5 p.m. That's today until 5 p.m. at Riverfest on the grounds of Strawberry Bank. And now making their way into the square and celebrating their 100th anniversary is the Rotary Club of Portsmouth, whose motto is service above self. Perhaps you know the Rotary better because you've received a Rotary scholarship or purchased a Rotary Christmas tree, or have you participated in the Rotary Golf Tournament or Thunder Chicken Road Race. The Rotary Club of Portsmouth has donated millions of dollars to the Seacoast since their inception 100 years ago. Maybe it's time you join them too. Happy 100 to all Portsmouth Rotarians. Up next are the members of St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, representing their church and the history of Greek immigrants and its diverse congregation of today. The first Greek immigrants settled in Portsmouth in 1893, and they have been a vibrant part of our community ever since. Between 1925 and 1945, it is estimated that 50% of businesses in downtown Portsmouth were owned by Greek entrepreneurs. St. Nick's will be celebrating the Greek Festival on June 16th and 17th, and you are all invited to this great event to enjoy Greek food, dancing, and culture. Now join me in welcoming the Knights of Columbus, Portsmouth Council 140 and Assembly 1445, a Catholic men's fraternal organization that puts their faith into action. They provide charitable services and donations to those who serve people, as well as those who directly need assistance. They are happy to be part of the vital support network in the beautiful city of Portsmouth for over 100 years. Now riding into the square is Portsmouth Pulse, who is sharing with us a wonderful silhouette likeness of the historical North Church. Thank you, Portsmouth Pulse. The big rig is here. This is from Allen's Garage. They can take care of your automotive, diesel, and towing needs. Large or small, they can help. Let's give a warm Portsmouth welcome to the UNH Winter Guard. Founded in 2012, the UNH Winter Guard is a student organization that consists of students from every college within the university. The UNH Winter Guard is a celebration with every spin and toss. For more information, you can find them on Facebook at UNH Guard. Up next, we have Play Practice Basketball, the only New Hampshire private basketball gym intentionally designed for kids. Located at the Seacoast Hoops Lab in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, the gym is a literal laboratory where kids come to experiment with basketball, make mistakes, learn, grow, and thrive. We help youth basketball players transform from uncertain participants to decisive competitors in 90 days. And continuing with our historic theme, we welcome the Puddle Dock chapter, New England Women's Suffrage Association, who are a suffrage reenactment group walking in period garb. The marching band behind our suffragettes is the Spirit of 76 Fife and Drum Corps, formed in 2021. Their purpose is to keep alive the American spirit that was essential to the formation of our great country. They participate in parades, musters, living histories, and educational events throughout New England. The music they play was written throughout the history of the United States. It is a constant reminder of the sacrifices which were made by the brave men and women before us. And look who's riding into the square now. It's the New Hampshire Wheelmen. As members of the Antique Bicycle Club, the Wheelmen are dedicated to keeping alive the bicycling history and restoration of bicycles from the 1860s to 1930s. There are about 2,000 members of this national nonprofit club. Their website is thewheelmen.org. The High Wheel bicycles are from the 1880s, and one of these riders also rode in the parade in 1973. Joining us now is the St. John's Masonic Lodge, which represents all Masonic lodges on the Seacoast, New Hampshire. Making good men better, St. John's Lodge is one of the oldest continuously operating lodges in the United States. They have been meeting every month since 1736. That is 287 years, in case you couldn't do that math yourself. For more info, you can check out PortsmouthFreemasons.org. Very close behind St. John's is the Shriners Float from Baptist Shrine Center of Concord, an international association of Shrine Yacht Club. Today, Shriners provide family-centered care for a range of orthopedic issues, as well as care for burn injuries, spine care, and spinal cord injuries, and sports medicine. Children's care and services are provided regardless of the family's ability to pay or insurance status. Since the war began in Ukraine, 11 children have been treated at Shriners Hospital in Boston. Next in line, we have WXRV 92.5 The River. They are Boston's independent radio, a homegrown, cellular-powered radio station playing a unique mix of local music and deep tracks. As a locally owned and operated radio station, The River super serves the Seacoast of New Hampshire, the North Shore, Merrimack Valley, and southern New Hampshire. The River is a proud supporter of Portsmouth 400. And then we have Crossroads House, a shelter and an advocate for the unhoused in the New Hampshire Seacoast area. Established in 1982, CRH works with individuals and families to stabilize, find housing, and return to being thriving members of their communities. They also educate and engage the New Hampshire Seacoast community, their business partners, and local and state officials in order to advocate for short-term and long-term solutions that address homelessness and access to affordable housing. And now, walking into the square with their usual feeling of dread, is Portsmouth's very own and very scary Portsmouth Halloween Parade. This October will be the 29th parade. The Halloween Parade is a grassroots, all-inclusive celebration of community, creativity, and free expression that walks, talks, dances, snakes, and drums its way through downtown Portsmouth each year. Always on October 31st, 7 p.m. Start planning your costume now. And the bagpipes are here. No parade is complete without bagpipers. The New Hampshire Association Police Association Pipes and Drums, formed in 1994, honors New Hampshire's fallen law enforcement officers and celebrates the accomplishments of active and retired law enforcement officers, veterans, and service members. Since its inception, the band has grown to over 30 New Hampshire-based law enforcement and affiliate agency members. They are proud to volunteer their talents and time in this capacity to support and honor our law enforcement community during times of tragedy and triumph. Entering the square now is WSCA Portsmouth Radio, located on Islington Street. WSCA is a nonprofit community radio station celebrating 19 years in Portsmouth. They bring us locally made live and non-commercial radio and are always looking for volunteers and supporters. Check them out at WSCAFM.org. Our next float to join the parade is from Esther's Marina in Portsmouth Harbor Market on Pickering Ave in Portsmouth. The Portsmouth waterfront has been the vital component of the survival of the community for over 400 years. Please join Esther's Marina in celebrating the waterfront and continuing to paddle through the centuries. And please welcome Megan Torrey, your Miss Portsmouth, and Avery Chick, Miss Portsmouth Teen. Morgan and Avery are local title holders, part of the Miss New Hampshire Scholarship Program, a non-profit official state program of the Miss America organization. Miss New Hampshire empowers young women and is dedicated to community service. They serve these young women by giving them many tools to develop public speaking and leadership skills while fostering their goals on their career path. And the skate park of Portsmouth just skated right on by us. They are a group of dedicated youth and adults. They just broke ground on a new $3 million skate park to be built on the Route 33 corridor in Portsmouth. We thank them for all their hard work, advocating, fundraising, and supporting this project. Please join me in congratulating the Portsmouth Skate Park, and we hope to see you all skateboarding at the new park real soon. To Merritt Hill Farm and the Wilson family matriarch, Meg Wilson, riding along in her 1949 Ford pickup truck, just went through the square. Driven by her son, Portsmouth resident Ryan Wilson, with his family Molly, Rowan, and Reed, the Merritt Hill Farm, located in Lee, New Hampshire, produces top-quality fruit, vegetables, and other agricultural products while focusing on providing a hands-on, pick-your-own experience to your family. And behind that shiny red truck is the Boston Windjammers, an adult marching band that has been performing for over 20 years in parades throughout New England. Thank you, Boston Windjammers. Up next is Bangor Savings Bank, a community bank committed to serving the needs of the community and remaining thoughtful in developing accessible and inclusive banking products to help individuals and families financially cross northern New England. Open since 1852 and here for generations to come. Let's welcome Darlene Chambers, dressed in a woman's 1600 to 1700 century costume. She brings herbs and such to help the sick and enjoys helping her neighbors. Thank you, Darlene. Entering the square now is the 1st New Hampshire Regiment, one of 3 regiments from New Hampshire to serve in the Continental Army under General George Washington during the American Revolution. Throughout the war, the 1st Regiment performed gallantly, serving with honor at Bunker Hill, Trenton, and Valley Forge, and many others. They recreated these 8 years to keep the memory alive and educate about that period of history. Joining us now is the Brown family float. Native to Portsmouth, Mike Brown, locally known as Brownie, also participates in the holiday parade each year with his wife Tina and their daughter Darcy. A Portsmouth parade would not be complete without the Brown family float. And let's welcome I Got Bridged, who bridges the gap for people in need on the seacoast. For the last 3 years, the volunteers at I Got Bridge have been transporting those in need to the food pantry, recovery meetings, medical appointments, grocery stores, church services, and local events. They also provide care packages and essential bags for the homeless and those who need a little bit of kindness. Please show your support for this local nonprofit by visiting igotbridge.com and follow them on social media. Do you hear that? Put your hands together for the Leftist Marching Band! This dedicated group of local musicians is committed to social justice, economic equality, and environmental responsibility. In 2024, they will be celebrating their 20th anniversary. The Leftist Marching Band is an energetic live music act teaming with raw street band excitement. June is Pride Month, so what better way to celebrate than a parade? Or two parades, as Portsmouth's case might be. Today we are thrilled to welcome Seacoast Outright, located at Community Campus, and serving, supporting, and advocating for LGBTQ youth in the greater Seacoast area for 30 years. And don't forget to join the Portsmouth Pride event on Saturday, June 24. Walking behind Seacoast Outright is the Alliance for Greater Good, a local community group connecting those who want to help those in need. Join them on September 30th for the first ever Lantern Festival on South Mill Pond. Enjoy face painting for kids, photo booths, and rockin' tunes with DJ Scooch. Oh, that's me. And best of all, help raise money for Seacoast Mental Health Center. Check out allianceforgreatergood.org. Joining us now is Haven Violence Prevention and Support Services, the state's largest domestic and sexual assault prevention agency. They are proud to celebrate their 45th year in Portsmouth. Haven was just awarded the Best Nonprofit of the Year by New Hampshire Business Magazine. Give them a hand, that's a big deal. If anyone needs support or help, please call their 24-hour confidential support hotline or visit havennh.org. Zipping her way into Market Square is Robin from South Street and Vine, your neighborhood wine and cheese shop. They are proud partners with the Seacoast Rep and Portsmouth Historical Society. Plus, they sell the most delicious French butter. Stop by today on the waterfront of Marcy Street. You hear the good times before you see it. Let's welcome the Soggy Po' Boys. Native to New England, the Soggy Po' Boys have quickly become an institution by spreading the New Orleans music across the Northeast and beyond by playing concert halls, street corners, music festivals, bars, and even libraries. Wherever the party is, they are. The beauty of New Orleans music is that it's celebrated and appreciated wherever it goes, from the street to the theater. Thank you to Richie Lumber for donating the trailer decorated in true Mardi Gras style and driving the Soggy Po' Boys in this parade. And now we welcome the 157 Air Refueling Wing at Pease National Guard Base, a premier team of total force airmen preserving, protecting, and serving the United States at home and abroad. The 157 ARW supports agile global reach, mobility, and power, while leading domestic emergency response capabilities serving America and our New Hampshire communities in partnership with family and employers. Home to 12 KC-46 Pegasus aircraft, Pease Air National Guard Base is the only Air National Guard unit currently chosen to fly the U.S. Air Force's newest tanker, setting the standard for aerial refueling worldwide. Up next is Win Waste Innovations from Portsmouth. With a vision for a better future, Win Waste Innovations believe that efficient recycling and waste management is an essential part of a more sustainable future. Every day, our team delivers curb-to-grid waste solutions that not only serve our communities, but support our vision of a healthier planet. Happy 400th from everyone at Win. Next, we have the YMCA of the Seacoast driving in with their van. A second home for almost 2,000 members, and where people of all ages go to swim and exercise. The Seacoast branch also includes Camp to Swim and Exercise. The Seacoast branch also includes Camp Gondolo that provides a safe and fun summer for kids ages 8 to 14. And please welcome some of your local librarians. Portsmouth Public Library is 142 years old, and don't they look great? The library is committed to preserving our local history in special collections, research materials, and through educational programs. And they also have 3D printing, telescopes, ukuleles, metal detectors, Oculus Quests, magazines, DVDs, crafting classes, story times, e-books, audiobooks, lions, tigers, figures of bears, and a million other things to check out and attend. Visit the library today on Parrot Ave. Oh, and hey, give it up for Alan, who just drove through the square on his bike. Our third and final fife and drum corps are now joining us. The Ancient Mariners Connecticut Fife and Drum was founded in 1959. And they portray the common sailor of 1812 and life as a colonial seaman through enthusiastic rendition of a musical good time. Built around the wooden fife and the rope tension drum, the mariners play and sing traditional music and work songs from abroad aboard ships that tell the story of the ancient sailor. We've got another amazing woman driving through the square right now. Please welcome vocalist Jana El Sayed, who was crowned Miss New Hampshire Volunteer in 2023 at 3S Art Space in Portsmouth. She will represent the Rapid State at the Miss Volunteer Pageant in Jackson, Tennessee in 2 weeks. The Miss Volunteer Pageant is a new nationwide service-oriented scholarship program that seeks to empower young women. You can follow the program on Instagram at Miss NH VOL. Congratulations, Jana. We're behind you all the way. Up next is Gather, whose mission is to offer innovative programs that build food security in welcoming and dignified ways. Established in 1816 by a collective of women committed to nourishing the families of fishermen in Portsmouth, Gather is one of the nation's oldest social service organizations. Today, Gather has expanded to over 95,000 food-insecure individuals and families across the greater Seacoast region. Gather believes access to food is a fundamental human right, and each year distributes nearly 1.7 million pounds of nutritious foods in welcoming, dignified ways that foster connection and community building. Visit gathernh.org to learn more and join us on June 24th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Portsmouth Music Hall for Fill the Hall, Gather's largest annual food drive. Next into the square, we have the Portsmouth Women's Cities Club, an intergenerational organization that focuses on supporting and building community. Women from towns across the Seacoast work together to provide assistance to many charitable organizations, including Footprints Food Pantry, Gather, Families First, Operation Blessing, and Your Community Action. The Women's City Club also provides annual scholarships to Portsmouth High School students. Ooh la la! Check out these beauties! Pine Tree A's out of southern Maine and the Seacoast is a Model A club. They are always looking for Model A's that need some exercise. Today, let's welcome John Moynihan, Rye, 1928 Model A Roadster pickup. Peter Monahan, Rye, driving a 1932 V8 Tudor sedan. Ray Buxton of Newfields, driving a 1931 Model A Coupe with rumble seat. Scott Lansbury from Acton, Maine, driving a 1931 Model A Sports Coupe. David White of Kennebunk, Maine, driving a 1947 Super Deluxe Convertible Coupe. And Frank Kennedy of Rye, driving a 1931 Model A Tudor sedan. Coming up next is the Lightkeeper sponsor and supporter of the Portsmouth, New Hampshire 400 year-long celebration. Without generous supporters like Bank of America, events like the Grand Parade, Little Italy, Streetlight 400, and coming in October, the Community Picnic. Bank of America created a lighthouse display to celebrate the Portsmouth 400 logo. All right, folks, it's one of our favorites. Give it up for Portsmouth Thriller! In addition to being zombies, they also love to celebrate the spirit of Portsmouth as they dance through the streets in this 400th parade. The captain called all hands and story, take that pail in tow. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da, 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 da. for Portsmouth Thriller. Give it up. And after all that dancing, the Thriller group needs some Kona Ice. Kona Ice on the Seacoast serves up delicious tropical shaved ice. Book them for birthdays, corporate events, sporting games, camps, weddings, and even parades. And now we've got a caravan of Jeeps entering the square from Mission 22, a veteran-founded nonprofit that is working to combat veteran suicide rates. Every day, too many veterans are lost to suicide, and Mission 22 wants to bring that number to 0. Mission 22 pushes for the betterment of our veterans, their families, and the community. Let's unite in healing our nation's heroes. Mission 22 is run largely through volunteer efforts. Visit them at mission22.com. This Jeep right here has seen some stuff. How about all these Jeeps, everyone? How about Mission 22? Give them a hand. Woo, that was a lot of Jeeps. Now we have two reigning beauty queens. The 2023 Miss Pine Tree State Military Star, Cynthia Utgard, who is a U.S. Army veteran and first responder, using her platform to advocate for an end to veteran suicide. She is accompanied by the 2023 America's Civic Miss Sanford Junior Teen, Jillian Utgard, whose platform is to educate on etiquette around service dogs and how they are necessary medical companions. Congratulations and thank you, ladies. Next, we have the Marine Corps recruiting team in their Marine pickup truck. Find your future in the U.S. Marine Corps. Against unexpected, unpredictable, and unrelenting threats, the Marines win. The few, the proud, the Marines. Choo choo! Here comes Service Credit Union's legendary illuminated train. Portsmouth 400 is proud to call Service Credit Union as luminary sponsor, which enables signature events like the Grand Parade to take place. The Service Credit Union team represents 900 employees worldwide with 50 branches, serving both military and civilian families since its founding right here at Pease Air National Guard Base in 1957. And here we have representatives from the 9-member Portsmouth School Board, accompanied by their families. Clipper Combined Alumni Band. The band is comprised of alumni and current students from 1957 through the present day. With over 250 performers, walkers, and riders, they have representation from 8 decades. They also have members who performed for the Portsmouth 350th parade. The members have been rehearsing locally and remotely for over 2 months now in order to prepare for this wonderful event. The directors of the Clipper Combined Alumni Band are Eric Gagnon and Steve Cirillo. The color guard instructors are Madison Bromfield and Kara Welch. Their primary parade selection, Armed Forces Salute, celebrates the deep connections that Portsmouth has to the various military service branches. Our reviewing stand selection, Sweet Caroline, has become a traditional New England favorite, and we hope that you all join in on those familiar parts that we all know. Thank you, Portsmouth, for your continued support of the arts in the schools. As you can see, the Clipper Band experience that began way back in elementary school continues to hold a special place in the hearts of the performers before you today. On behalf of Clipper Band Nation, congratulations to the city of Portsmouth on 400 amazing years. Time to start planning the 450th.
mix your music. Okay? Okay, we need some audience participation here for Sweet Caroline, all right? Let's rock the house. Here we go. Set. Hey, Eric.
The Portsmouth Clipper Combined Alumni Band.
Warm up your mind. Warm up your mind. Take out your space.
1967 Dodge Salisbury fire truck from Washington, New Hampshire, now owned by James Topham. We've also got a 1938 Seagrave fire engine, which was in the 350th parade and served Portsmouth as a pumper truck for 30 years. Today it is owned by the family of retired firefighter Baylor Horvath. We've got a 1937 Seagrave fire truck from Northampton and owned by Don Horvath. A 1930 Mack fire truck owned and restored by Jack Burridge of Elliott, Maine. And a 1991 Mack fire truck owned by Robert Mulholland in Wolfboro. And to end our parade, we have the Stratum fire engine. Give it up for Stratum! Give it up for our very own Portsmouth Fire Department! Under the direction of Fire Chief William McQuillan, Portsmouth Fire is an all-hazards, full-service fire department. The department is made up of dedicated men and women who serve the residents, businesses, and visitors of the city 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To celebrate the Portsmouth, New Hampshire 400, the Portsmouth Fire Department, Federal Fire Safety, and Mechanic Fire Society is hosting an open house at the Central Fire Station on Court Street today from 1 to 5 p.m. After you're out, walk on over and say hello. And a very special thank you to all the safety personnel and Department of Public Works who worked so hard to make this parade safe and enjoyable for everyone. Thank you all for coming out today. I'm DJ Scooch. I'm so excited I got to spend the day with you. Go enjoy the Chatterfest, Riverfest, Fire Station Open House, and all of the unique shops and restaurants Portsmouth has to offer. I love you, Portsmouth.